What's up everybody, it's Niall here from Alternative Review. Today, I'm going to be doing another opinions video, and I don't think it's going to be a popular one. I'm going to be giving you my opinion on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Before we go into it, just wanted to say I am a huge fan of fighting games in general. My favourite probably being the Mortal Kombat series, but I've also played quite a lot of things like Tekken, also a lot of Street Fighter as well, even though I'm not a massive fan. But I appreciate this is a very different kind of fighting game, but I'm kind of going to be looking at it in the same vein as I was looking at in the others as well. So why do I dislike Super Smash Bros. So much? So one of my biggest problems with it, and you know what, it probably is my biggest problem with it, is I just don't find it enjoyable. Whether it's the singular fighting experience, the overall package it offers me, or I suppose I should say the rewarding nature of the game. So to go a bit more detail into that final point there's been a lot of levels in the Spirits mode that I've struggled with. I'll happily admit that. You know, I this is probably one of the few games that I would just say I'm genuinely bad at. And that's not a problem. You know, I'll play it on an easier difficulty, that's fine. I've got no shame in putting a game down to an easier difficulty to play it, because at the end of the day, I need to play it how I best feel I can enjoy it. On the easiest difficulty, it was too easy. I'll admit that. There was no enjoyment there to getting, past any of the levels, so I did have to up it a little bit. But the jump between easiest and easy was kind of insane in some spikes. You know, there was fights where I think I was fighting Bayonetta, and she just spams the same move over and over again. This is in the adventure mode. And I think I played that fight about 30 times. And at the end of that last try, which I think is in this video somewhere, I should be feeling nothing but like a great sense of relief, reward, and enjoyment in having got past that level. No, there was none of that. If anything, I felt relief that it was over, and not in any of those ways I've just mentioned. I was just happy that I could move on, because me within myself, I just couldn't move on until that fight was done. It frustrated me in the worst ways, and it really soured me on a lot of the adventure mode going forward, because I played a good chunk after that, and that entire session was probably ruined by how long it took me to get past that one fight. And then further on, we ended up in a fight. I did change characters from Kirby to Link, but I ended up in a fight, and there was two kind of like, I can't think of what you'd even call them now, modifiers on the fight. So Link couldn't swim, and there was also a strong wind. Now, I tried this about 50 times, and I've still not completed it. Now, I understand there is, on certain levels, you've got to use certain assist trophies and certain support characters. That's fine. I completely understand that. But this fight, I tried it with Link. I went back and tried it with Kirby, with Mario, with all these different characters, and it just didn't work. I think, at least 50 times I tried this level, and it wasn't fun. I know sort of kind of my own mindset to, I need to complete this level, It probably caused more issues than anything. I probably could have just let myself go and try and move on and see, maybe there's an assist trophy coming up that I need to get. Maybe there's a support character coming up that I need to get past this level. But I was stuck in my way and just thought, you know what, there's no way I shouldn't be able to complete this without it. I understand that obviously there's certain parts of the map you can't access without a certain character, which I think is fine. I quite enjoyed that element of having to go and track down that character to access that part of the map. But inside a fight, the assist trophies, the support characters, whatever, should only make a fight a little bit easier to complete. They shouldn't be required for completion. And that's the way I feel like. I feel like there's somehow an assist trophy or a support character out there that I need to complete this fight. And for me, that's not on. Don't get me wrong, I love a challenging games. Again, some of the aforementioned games, be it Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Street Fighter, whatever, I'll play them on the higher difficulties, because that's how I feel like I'm getting the most out of them, and this is how they're the most rewarding to me. But with this one, with Smash Brothers, if I'd have cranked that difficulty up anymore, I'd have just be a ball of stress, and that's not fun. I was stressing so much on the lower difficulties. I just couldn't couldn't enjoy myself. And at the end of the day, this kind of game industry, its whole purpose is to provide enjoyment, and I was getting none out of Smash Brothers. There's plenty of things about the game I can't fault. You know what? The control treats. Start that again. The control scheme is easy to figure out. You get a grip of it pretty quickly. There are certain gameplay aspects it might take you a few hours to get used to. I mean, this is my first ever Smash Brothers game, so things like shield, blocking, whatever, it wasn't something I was doing frequently. I'll admit. Maybe if I did, some of my earlier fights would have been a lot easier. But then, I just think, compared to some of the other games I do play, it's almost overly simplistic. And again, I shouldn't use that as like a fault, because at the end of the day, this is probably one of the most accessible fighting games I've ever played. But for me, the accessibility isn't the issue, it's the gameplay loop and the enjoyment. I don't want this to boil down to you don't enjoy it because you're not good at it, because I still had moments where I put all the mechanics together and it was fun. It was fun to do that. But then I took a step back and realised that was just like a straight up one-on-one fight on a level. Is that what Smash Brothers is all about? Is Smash Brothers supposed to be strictly a one-on-one fighting game? No, if I want that experience, I'd go and play one of those other games. Smash Brothers is more of a party experience, and I have played against other friends on Smash Brothers, and I didn't do very well. And again, it all affects my enjoyment of the game. I can't help that affects my enjoyment of the game, but I'm only human. Like, if I'm not doing well at something, why should I enjoy it? The cast of characters is one thing that did really impress me. I'm working my way through this adventure mode, and I'm unlocking new characters here, there and everywhere, either through fighting them in the spirits mode or adventure mode, or by achieving certain things and then having the whole a new challenger appears thing happen outside of the fight. So there's plenty of things I just can't fault about the game. The stages are beautiful, the references to games, through either assist trophies, support characters, all the stages, the music, it's all fantastic. At the end of the day, this is a good game. It's a great game, actually. It's just one that I cannot, for the life of me, get to grips with, sit down, turn on, and enjoy. And that's my problem. I'll be honest, the only reason I even own Smash Brothers is because it came free with my Pro Controller. Like, I was looking to buy a Pro Controller, and it was 60 quid for a Pro Controller, or 60 quid for a Pro Controller and Smash Brothers. And I was like, you know what, I can't say no to a free game, especially when it's a Nintendo cartridge. Those things hold their value. And at the end of the day, the way I'm feeling now is that when lockdown's over, I'm going straight out and trading in Smash Brothers. Right, and I'll still probably get 20-30 quid for it. So I'm happy with that. I'm not regretting my decision, because at the end of the day, Smash Brothers hasn't cost me a penny. But I wanted to enjoy it. The first time I put the cartridge in and played through it, open-mindedness was that's what I was so open-minded to just sitting down and enjoying it. I'd played it briefly before a few different times. Again, not really getting deep into the mechanics, not really kind of going through the story mode and like that, just having a few quick playthroughs. But this, me sitting down, owning the game, getting to grips with it, going into the story mode, the training, all that sort of stuff, I just wanted to like it so much. And it sucks that I can't, It's not so much that I want to be part of a crowd, a Smash Brothers crowd. I'll still watch things like Smash Brothers when they're played at EVO, because fighting games are one of the best esports to watch, in my personal opinion. I think they're fantastic. And I do appreciate watching the Smash Brothers games. But from a playing perspective, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get on board with them. No, I should probably never say never. I mean, this is from the guy who used to absolutely despise Animal Crossing because of the first few games he played, and now has put over 50 hours into New Horizons, and that is not slowing down anytime soon. But my point is, I feel more definite in saying that Smash Brothers will just never be a game for me. It doesn't help that I don't have attachments to too many of the characters in the game either, with the exception of the Pokemon characters, the Animal Crossing characters, the Mario characters. I don't really care for anyone else in the cast, and that's just my brutal honesty. And even some of those with Mario characters, I have no attachment to them either. So, kind of just summarising, my opinions are my opinions, that's fine. I've given the game as fair a shout as I can. I don't feel like I'm going to suddenly click in hour 100 and feel differently to how I did now in like hour 2025. The game for me is not going to change between now and then, so why should I continue to play it? But at the end of the day, it's objectively a good game. That's based on opinion, and I think on fact. It's not often you can say that. It's factually a great game. I didn't see any of the major outlets out there absolutely smashing Smash Brothers, for being a bad game. But at the end of the day, this is my opinion. And my opinion is that I will not be playing Smash Brothers again anytime soon. But hey, listen, that's enough from me. Thank you for watching, guys. Leave a comment if you will. I'll do my best to respond. Like and subscribe to the channel, and find me on my socials on Instagram and Twitter. You have a great day now.